every now and then you need to impress that special someone.
And chocolate is a particularly good way of getting them endorphins going.
Plus, Dog Dreams 789 has asked something chocolatey and simple.
Yep.
So I thought profiteroles. That way they're impressive, they're chocolatey, and using this method, dead easy. Right, so some classic profiteroles with the butter, the flour, the eggs, water, and then our twist and the filling, which is going to be raspberry cream and white chocolate.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so impressive stuff. The only bit of precision you need in this whole recipe is weighing out the ingredients accurately. Okay, so we've got the butter and the water, and you need all of that in there. If you want the measurements, they are just down below. So check down there. If you can just pop that on and heat that through. What you need to do is bring it up to a gentle simmer and melt the butter. So what are profiteroles for you guys?
Well, they're these small little balls filled with cream that you either feed to somebody else or you put in your own mouth.
Exactly, I agree.
Celebratory food.
Yes.
So things that you can share with people, weddings, birthdays, things like that.
You've seen them sort of stacked up into a big sort of
Yeah,
crispy
the French
shape.
croquembouche, which stacks up, which is what I would croquembouche.
Careful.
But what we need is for this to come up to a simmer, which is just about there.
Yep.
Okay, so the butter has melted.
Okay.
And then we add in the flour. Now, as we add in the flour, we need a fair bit of heat, and you need to whisk it viciously as I put that in there, okay? So that's all the flour, not over the side. And it'll go all lumpy and nasty like that.
Mashed potato.
Yeah, keep going. You're just going to go till it's nice and smooth. So you can see now what you've got is something that comes away from the side of the pan, and then we can start to add our eggs. But we need to let it cool down a little bit, otherwise it will scramble. So into a cold bowl, cool this down, get rid of all the lumps, just beat in a bit more eggs. See all the steam coming off as it's going to cool down. If you can crack in one egg at a time, and one of you whisk, beat, and again it will go kind of lumpy and sloppy, but you can keep going until you've got a smooth paste.
You're only using one egg?
No, we're going to use 4.
Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. No one wants to beat it, beat it.
Looking good. Make sure you got all the stuff from around the edges. So this is choux pastry.
Yes.
And we're going to make choux buns, and that's the casing, and then we can fill them with anything we like.
This is completely different from short crust, puff.
Completely different.
Phyllo.
In the sense that you kind of half cook it before you use it. At this point, we need to put it into our piping bag.
If you haven't got a piping bag, so I know that it can be quite difficult to get hold of sometimes.
And lots of people have been asking.
Is there anything else you can use?
Sandwich bags do exactly the same thing. So you can put it into a sandwich bag and then just snip off the corner and pipe down there. Perfect. But for now, we've got what we need in here. So what you're going to do is cook them, and they puff up. And once they've puffed, then they need to hollow out as well. So if I do a couple, then you guys can do the rest. We want them all the same. So like that. There we go. These are the choux buns. You got the idea though. That's fine.
That's awful.
At the end of this, you have to guess which one's Ben made and which one's Mike made.
Pipe down.
And the other thing, right, Jamie, I'll show you this, right? If the mix is a bit like this and you've got these points, to get rid of the point, just a damp finger and just tap it down.
Do you not want the points then?
Well, you want round profiteroles rather than a point at the end. It's about finesse, but the ones Mike's done will come out absolutely fine as well, we hope.
Just hope you're not trying to impress someone too much.
You just finish off that last one. Perfect. Right, now these need to go into a really hot oven, so 220 degrees Celsius, Jay, for about 15 minutes. And that way they'll puff up and they'll be hollow inside, but nice and golden on the edge. So our profiteroles have come out of the oven and they've cooled. You can see they're puffed up.
Yep.
Okay, so they're now hollow.
How
Yeah,
does
that-
How does that happen?
It's just the air and the egg in them, they expand and do that.
So you're trying to say you don't know?
Which is cool. I don't know the scientific explanation, but we are going to fill them, which is the important bit. I need you to crack some white chocolate into here, and we're going to melt it over a pan of simmering water.
Cool. Ben, do you remember that cookery lesson in about, well, it would have been about 14 years ago?
I know where you're going with this.
And I tried to make profiteroles. I was making chocolate orange profiteroles, and they were going to be amazing. And then I got them out of the oven, and they looked like biscuits.
Those ones didn't quite right. We used to share the same cooking lessons, didn't
Yeah,
we?
and guess who was top of the class?
Right, Mike, can you whisk some cream?
No, I wasn't.
Our filling is going to be cream-based. Our US audience will know these as cream puffs. We call them profiteroles, they call them cream puffs. And that's what we're going to put in them, cream. And we're going to make it a raspberry cream. So, you've got a blender over there. If you can put the raspberries into there, we just want to make a quick puree. So that's enough. Keep a few to garnish, and then give them a quick blend. Beautiful. So you want a raspberry puree. It goes without saying, you can use whatever fruit you want.
Yep. Well, I'd like to say that cooking's all about sharing things, but I'm actually much happier watching Ben do that all by himself.
So we want quite a stiff cream, okay, because we're going to be able to pipe it into our cream puffs. Now, you've got the raspberry puree.
I have.
To get rid of all the seeds, just pass it through there. And what all of it? You need to get the right amount so you've got enough colour and enough flavour, but you don't want it too wet, otherwise it won't stay in the profiteroles. A little bit of icy sugar, Mike. That'll take the sharpness of the raspberries out as well. Quickly whisk this up, or fold it through.
That smells fantastic.
And automatically, there we go, we've got a nice pink colour. That's your romantic bit right there.
Nice.
Taste that, Mike. Is it sweet enough?
Baby, that is sweet.
Now what we need also is another piping bag. And this is where we're going to start to fill. You can put savoury fillings in these, it doesn't have to be sweet. Squeeze that down to the end. And then, if I make a hole in them, Mike, so I'm just going to put a little knife in there and make a hole, you're going to squeeze cream like that.
Yeah.
Whilst you're doing that, if you're actually looking for this recipe, obviously it's on our website. We also have a nice little web app, which if you go to sortedfood.com on one of your nice smartphone, any smartphone really, you have all of our recipes on there with the videos, with the ingredients, with it all written out, sortedfood.com. It will prompt you at the bottom, add bookmark to the home screen, and it looks a little bit like that.
If that doesn't get you sorted, nothing will. And now we've got them all filled, so filled from the bottom, we're going to actually coat the top in the bit that Dog Dream 789 wanted, the chocolate. So our white chocolate is melted. Just dunk them in there to give them a nice chocolate coating, and then we can start to pile them onto our plate. Have a dip.
Oh wow. Could you also kind of pile them all up and then put the chocolate on top?
You could, and then drizzle the chocolate right over the top.
And you could use any kind of chocolate for this.
Any chocolate tradition, I mean, you probably associate them with the dark chocolate.
Yep.
So, could you then make a really long one and make an eclair instead?
Exactly the same method, just long, and then slice them, instead of put a hole in them, just slice them open and put the cream in the middle. So we'll finish those off with a few of our fresh raspberries there to finish.
Awesome.
Sprig of the inevitable mint, you know it was coming. So there we go, a chocolate simple dessert to impress. It's our white chocolate and raspberry profiteroles sorted. Are you impressed?
Yeah. That is brilliant.
You can't buy these, that makes all the difference.
A sprinkle.
Bit of a dusting.
Right, that's it. I can't take this any longer.
How's the cream puff?
Let me have a delve in.
I really like the raspberry in the middle.
Raspberry and the white chocolate.
Wow, good.
Great
That's
combo.
really good. These are brilliant, and what we'd love to see is what flavours you come up with. We've obviously gone for raspberry with white chocolate, but if you've got any other flavours that you use, please upload the pictures to Facebook and tell us exactly what you do. Yes.
That's so good.